A released WWE star makes a shock comeback. Plus, a Major Bray Wyatt reveal was on last night's SmackDown as well. And multiple title matches have been added to next weekend's Crown Jewel. It's all in the wrestling news right now. Boy, howdy, do we have Bray Wyatt flavored news? Stay right there for it. We'll get to it in a minute. Get to that in a minute. Let's talk about Emma first.
I couldn't believe this. I was
It's all right, wasn't it?
yeah, I was really happy. I was a bit gutted that she didn't come out to one of her themes that absolutely.
With bubbles.
It's the one that goes like bip 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 bip. I like.
Oh,
that one.
nice. Yeah. I like the bit one.
Yeah.
Emma / Emelina / Tennille Dashwood.
Let's just forget Emelina.
Well, maybe not. I'll explain in a minute. So, an open challenge by Ronda Rousey was answered by Emma. It was reported by PW Insider just a few hours before SmackDown went live that Tennille Dashwood was backstage. And I thought, here we go.
Yeah.
That's the open challenge thing sorted. Not a bad match, not a perfect match, but Emma losing by tap out in her return. Afterwards, having a chat with behind the scenes and an interview, and said that she waited 5 years for that match, and now she knows what she has to do to become champion.
That armbar.
No.
I want her to just go around, just going, oh, you beat me with that. I'm going to add that to my arsenal. And then her entire moveset is just finishers.
An armbar, eh? Isn't that what we all did with like WWF Warzone?
Oh, yeah. I had a trampoline, so me and my brother would just hit each other with everything all the time.
I like when a stunner is a transition move.
Yeah.
That's a good time.
Open and exchange pedigree. Yeah.
This is the first time we've seen Emma since 2017. She was released after that Emelina, back to Emelina.
Yeah, which if you're out of the loop on that, it looked like the buck kind of got passed to Carmella, but in a different way. But the Emelina thing was, okay, we're going to scrap everything, and you're going to be this new kind of model.
Yeah,
like a weird celebrity-esque kind of glamorous individual. And it was like a radical change, and it was teased for weeks like Emelina will be on a show soon, and it was
like a less sexy Veer Mahan, yeah,
and it just sort of went nowhere.
It didn't, because she came out, I'm Emelina, now I'm going back to her.
Yeah, bye.
Amazing. When she left, she went and did Ring of Honor for a bit. She's just finished up doing Impact as well, only back in the summer. So I must admit, my optics weren't going, WWE bound maybe?
Yeah.
Not that I remember anyway, but she's here. Nice addition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a nice little surprise. I think, I'm all for a bit of the old black and gold flavor coming back. So, yeah.
Bray Wyatt was the main event.
Will we get Santino back, though?
Oh.
Can we just maybe once? Maybe just once? Once or twice?
Yes.
Twice to 3 times? 3 times or a whole run?
I don't know how...
I want to see it.
I don't know whether he can make his run in the Rumble even shorter.
Oh, there's got to be a way. There's got to be a way.
So maybe move through some sort of time vortex, maybe. The main event of SmackDown last night was Bray Wyatt once again having a lovely chat. And once again, as he was talking to his demons, the lights went out and we get our first glimpse properly of Uncle Howdy.
So Bray was doing the kind of usual stuff he's been doing since he's come back, which is just, this is the real me. This is a chance for me to show you who I really am. I've never been able to be this character, this person for all of you, I guess. But it just sort of more and more of that. And then, as Tom said, lights go out, bit of static. And then just on the screen, I think we start on the hat and the mask's being held, and down it comes. And if you've seen Corey Taylor's, I think, current mask or last mask from Slipknot, it's very kind of similar. It looks like a weird molded face. In a certain way, he looks a little bit like old Greg, and in a certain other way, he looks a little bit like Papa Lazaru. But
he looks like if Papa Lazaru was a Bo Selector character.
Yeah.
That's the... I just kind of expected, as the hat comes down, it's me, Mel B.
Hello, Dave.
It's my flatmate, Patsy Kensett. It was a bit Bo Selector, in my opinion, but
I thought it was
like
pretty good.
It's
one of these things where if Bray is indeed this weird, warped, twisted individual, we've been seeing all of these teasers dropping, of course, with Bray, all of these hidden messages and links and the ARG that's been going on. But it's all about how Bray doesn't... There was like a drop where it was like Bray doesn't play well with others. Like, he has problems. He has no issue in violating other people's rights. And we saw like his medical record and everything. So it would make sense that somebody like Bray, like a Michael Myers or like somebody else would have rather homemade stuff. So I kind of like that it looks really rough around the edges. I like that it's kind of unnerving because he's talking underneath that mouth, but the mouth's barely moving. And it's got like a twizzled mustache and a solitary tear and like droopy eye.
The tear. This is another thing that people are comparing to Liv Morgan, or contrasting with Liv Morgan. She has the tears going. And also, when Liv and Sonya had that scrap backstage, there was the Wyatt logo on one of the crates again.
And she's part of the family. She's part of the actual family, and we need potentially, if they're going to do this, an Abigail figure. We've seen... And
sister-in-law.
It's Liv Morgan, isn't it?
And she got stabbed.
It's Liv Morgan, isn't it? And she got stabbed by Chucky.
She got stabbed by Chucky.
Oh, that must have been awesome, though.
She looked like she had a good time on that. Also, with this video from Bray, we had another QR code. Give it a quick scan, and it's a still of Bray from the other week with his eyes crossed out and the words "liar" written everywhere. But then, wheels within wheels.
Yes, because the link itself has a numerical code. You know, when you get a link and it's like www.com/shows/SmackDown. Well, if you took all the and put it at the end of a YouTube link or searched for it on Google, it would take you to Nirvana's version of The Man Who Sold the World from their Unplugged, their legendary Unplugged set. And there was a reference to The Man Who Sold the World in what Uncle Howdy was saying. So he introduced himself, and things are just about to absolutely fall off the rails, I think. Everything's going to start getting pretty bad for Bray.
But I love that we're doing it week to week. And there's no rush with this.
No.
We've had 3 appearances by Bray, 2 in ring, 1 backstage. He's slow burn. Slow burn.
People want to see him. Put him out there. Let him do what the people want to see him do. Give me an hour of Bray. I'd watch it.
Oh, I love it. I love it so much. Last night as well on SmackDown, 2 more matches set for Crown Jewel. What have we got next Saturday, Sam?
So we have Bianca Belair defending the Raw Women's Championship against Bayley in a last woman standing match. And this comes off the back of the fact that Bayley picked up a tainted win over Belair on Raw with the help of Nikki Cross. And that's all led to this direction, which should be a pretty good match between those two.
Officially announced
last woman standing. It should be a pretty hard hitting affair.
I believe there's only been 4 of these, maybe 5. This might be the 5th one coming up. But these two will have a lot of fun with that, with those optics.
And then we're going to be moving across to the tag division with the Usos defending their undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships against Ridge Holland and Butch of the Brawling Brutes. Now, on SmackDown last night, because the Brutes picked up a win over Sami Zayn and Solo Sikoa after an altercation between Zayn and Jey Uso, who wasn't feeling very oozy. Oh my God. Can we just, a little aside there? Like, that was, like, it came off the back of a really hot moment where Jay just snapped. Sammy was talking, Jay snapped. Roman's doing his usual, just staring at his own feet business. And Jay says, I think Sammy says something like, it's not what the tribal chief would want. And Jay says, who cares what the tribal chief...
I don't give a damn what the tribal chief wants.
And then Roman just you just see Roman come to life. He's just like, what? And then Sammy starts kind of backpedaling for Jay to try and save Jay's ass from a beatdown from Roman. And he's like, it's just, he hasn't been feeling very oozy. And he breaks everybody in that ring. It was like, you knew the second, it was just Roman just sort of, there was this little flash in his eyes of just like, you absolute... Oh.
If you don't think Sami Zayn is killing it in this role, look at the corpses in the ring on SmackDown on Friday night.
I'm being serious. It was fantastic. But that means if we take a look at the wider Crown Jewel card, as well as the matches that we've just talked about there, we've got Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley, which should be a nice big old meat on meat. We've got Drew McIntyre versus Karrion Kross in a steel cage match, which is just more meaty boys. And then we've got the OC versus the Judgment Day, which is just more meat.
Meaty boys. And Rhea Ripley, the meat.
Braun Strowman versus Omos, which again,
so much meat in Saudi Arabia.
We've got Roman Reigns as well versus Logan Paul, of course, for the undisputed WWE Championship. And if Logan wins, I think I might have an aneurysm. I think that might be it.
for the second.
I think he's fantastic in terms of coming in. He's shocked the world of wrestling fans by, you know, the things he's capable of. It's awesome that he's so committed. But I swear to God, I'm not going to eat a hat this time. I'll probably just have an aneurysm. Because what happens next?
Oh, gosh.
I mean, it'd probably get a lot of publicity. But
It certainly will. And bless Roman Reigns for the second time in his career in a main event match that he didn't want because of a YouTuber. I'm just saying. Just saying.
it's just Goldberg.
It's only Goldberg.
Maybe Goldberg will come back out. He's got to fight against that door, right? Gotta be a match there somewhere.
The door's the next. You're next. We'll have more wrestling news throughout the day at cultaholic.com. Stay oozy. Love you. Bye.